Have you ever found yourself struggling to concentrate, feeling mentally fatigued, or just not quite as sharp as you usually are? That's brain fog. In this video, we'll explore how certain foods and specific compounds within them may contribute to brain fog. Let's get started. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on important health topics like this one. First, processed foods. Processed foods are typically high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and artificial additives that can cause a range of health issues, including cognitive dysfunction. Consuming too many processed foods can lead to inflammation, which has been linked to a decline in cognitive function and an increased risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. One study in 2013 found that individuals with high reported intakes of saturated fat and refined sugar had reduced hippocampal-dependent memory and sensitivity to interoceptive signals. The hippocampus is an important region of the brain involved in learning, memory, and emotional regulation. So, what can you do to reduce the impact of processed foods on brain fog? Start by incorporating unprocessed foods into your diet, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. These nutrient-dense foods provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that can help combat inflammation and support optimal brain health. Remember to read food labels and look out for hidden sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives. By making healthier choices and limiting your intake of processed foods, you'll not only support your overall health, but also help maintain mental clarity and focus. Let's now move on to refined carbohydrates and sugars. Refined carbs are found in foods like white bread, pastries, and sugary drinks, and they can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. When blood sugar levels rise quickly, they can lead to a subsequent drop, causing the infamous sugar crash, which may leave you feeling fatigued, irritable, and foggy-brained. But that's not all. Consuming too many refined carbs and sugars may also affect your brain in other ways. For instance, high sugar intake has been associated with inflammation, which can negatively impact cognitive function. A study conducted in 2012 found that consuming a breakfast with a lower glycemic index, which doesn't cause rapid blood sugar spikes, led to improved cognitive performance later in the day. Moreover, excessive sugar consumption has been linked to a reduction in the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, also known as BDNF, a protein that plays a crucial role in learning, memory, and the growth of new neurons. Lower levels of BDNF have been associated with impaired cognitive function and an increased risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases, like Alzheimer's. So, what can you do to prevent brain fog caused by refined carbs and sugars? The answer is to focus on consuming complex carbohydrates, such as whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. These foods are digested more slowly, leading to a more stable blood sugar response, which can help prevent the mental fog associated with sugar crashes. Additionally, try to limit your intake of added sugars and opt for natural sweeteners, like honey, maple syrup, or fruit when you need a touch of sweetness. Remember, moderation is key. Consuming a balanced diet that includes a variety of nutrient-dense foods is the best way to support optimal brain health and mental clarity. Up next is alcohol. We all know that excessive alcohol consumption can lead to short-term memory loss and impaired cognitive function, but even moderate drinking can have an impact on mental clarity. Alcohol is a central nervous system depressant that slows down the brain's ability to process information, which can result in feelings of fogginess and confusion. When you drink alcohol, you disrupt the balance of neurotransmitters in your brain, such as glutamate and gamma-aminobutyric acid, which are important for memory, concentration, and overall cognitive function. This disruption can lead to a decrease in mental sharpness and an increase in brain fog. Alcohol also affects the quality of your sleep. While it might help you fall asleep faster, it interferes with the restorative phases of sleep, such as REM sleep, which is essential for memory consolidation and cognitive function. This sleep disruption can leave you feeling groggy and unfocused the next day. According to one study, even moderate alcohol consumption can impair cognitive function and increase the risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases over time. This is due to the toxic effects of alcohol on the brain, which can cause inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which have been linked to cognitive decline. So, what can you do to minimize the impact of alcohol on brain fog? The key is moderation. And remember, it's always a good idea to alternate alcoholic beverages with water to stay hydrated and reduce the likelihood of experiencing brain fog. The fourth type of food to avoid is caffeine. Caffeine is a double-edged sword when it comes to brain fog. On one hand, it's known to improve alertness, focus, and concentration, but on the other hand, excessive caffeine consumption can actually contribute to brain fog. Let's explore this relationship further. Caffeine is a natural stimulant that works by blocking adenosine receptors in the brain, a neurotransmitter responsible for promoting relaxation and sleep. By blocking these receptors, caffeine increases alertness and reduces feelings of fatigue. However, overconsumption of caffeine can lead to a buildup of adenosine, which eventually causes a crash and exacerbates brain fog. Moreover, excessive caffeine intake can disrupt sleep patterns, making it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. Post-sleep quality is a major contributor to brain fog, as it impairs cognitive function, memory consolidation, and the brain's ability to repair itself. A study conducted in 2017 found that higher caffeine consumption can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even sleep disturbance, all of which can contribute to brain fog. Consider limiting your daily caffeine intake to the FDA's recommended guidelines, which are up to 400 milligrams per day or 8-ounce cup for healthy adults. Additionally, pay attention to the timing of your caffeine consumption, as it's best to avoid caffeine later in the day to prevent sleep disruptions. Sixth one is histamine. Histamine is a naturally occurring compound involved in several bodily functions, including immune response, digestion, and neurotransmission. However, when histamine levels become too high, it can cause various symptoms, including brain fog. High histamine levels can result from the consumption of foods rich in histamine, as well as the body's inability to break down histamine effectively due to enzyme deficiencies or imbalances. Certain foods are known to be high in histamine or can trigger the release of histamine, such as aged cheeses, fermented foods, processed meats, alcohol, and some types of fish. The reason behind histamine's potential impact on brain fog is related to its role as a neurotransmitter. Excessive histamine levels can cause an imbalance in neurotransmitter activity, leading to cognitive issues and brain fog. Moreover, histamine can cause inflammation in the body, which has been linked to impaired cognitive function. A study conducted in 2007 demonstrated that individuals with histamine intolerance experienced various symptoms, including headaches, fatigue, and cognitive impairments, upon consuming histamine-rich foods. These symptoms improved when they followed a low-histamine diet. To minimize the impact of histamine on brain fog, consider identifying and reducing your intake of histamine-rich foods, especially if you suspect a sensitivity or intolerance. Opt for fresh, unprocessed foods and be mindful of food storage conditions, as histamine levels can increase in foods over time and under improper storage. Finally, let's look at monosodium glutamate. Monosodium glutamate, or MSG, is a common food additive and flavor enhancer found in a wide range of processed foods, including canned soups, snack foods, and restaurant dishes, especially in Asian cuisine. MSG is a source of glutamate, an amino acid that acts as an excitatory neurotransmitter in the brain. While glutamate is crucial for normal brain function, excessive levels can lead to a phenomenon called excitotoxicity, in which overstimulation of nerve cells can cause damage, inflammation, and even cell death. Some individuals may be sensitive to MSG, experiencing symptoms such as headaches, migraines, and brain fog upon consumption. This collection of symptoms is often referred to as the MSG symptom complex, or Chinese restaurant syndrome. A study conducted in 1997 showed that individuals with self-reported sensitivity to MSG experienced symptoms like headaches and difficulty concentrating when given MSG in a double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. If you suspect that you are sensitive to MSG, try to reduce your intake of processed foods and opt for fresh, whole foods instead. When dining out, you can request that your meals be prepared without MSG. Keep track of your symptoms to see if there's a correlation between your MSG consumption and the occurrence of brain fog. If you're struggling with brain fog, consider working with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian to help you identify potential triggers and develop a personalized nutrition plan. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification for more health tips.